Okay, when you got an automatic, it's a little shield that goes in front of the torque converter, and it kind of like a dust cover basically, but you have to remove that and access your torque converter bolts so you can unbolt those and you can separate your transmission. All right, then get your screwdriver, press up against those teeth, and just move the torque converter until you get a bolt down in the bottom, unbolt it, just keep on going. Repeat till you get all 4 bolts undone. And those bolts are 17mm. Also, when you're breaking these torque converter bolts, you're gonna definitely need an impact. Now remember, like I said, those bolts are 17mm. All right, now your torque converter is free. Now you can get your motor dropped down and separate your transmission from your engine. All right, get ready to take your transmission bolts out. You got 2 that are facing away from you. One on that side. You got one in there. They're 17mm. And then all the rest of your transmission bolts are facing toward the engine. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5 and 6, like I said, face this way when you're looking from the rear of the engine like this. Like I said, they're 17mm. All right. Okay, to get all your bolts removed from your transmission, you just lower your shop crane down and before you take the last one out, and then just slide the transmission away from the engine. Of course, you know, we're getting a 5-speed manual. We're doing a conversion. Pressure plate and all that's coming. All right, now we get ready to put the engine on the engine stand. All right, if you got the Pittsburgh engine stand like I do, take the mounting plate off and just mount it to the engine. A lot easier this way. That way you can get it centered and perfect. You got to shim a little bit, put a few washers, but these are the exact same threads as the transmission bolts. Okay, these right here are gonna be, you're gonna need at least have 4 inches of bolt down here. Now these are where your lineup pins are. Now make sure you got at least 4 inches of bolt and that much thread and a washer, and that'll hold this on for you. But if you know, these are the bolts that reverse facing you, because the threads for these were actually in the transmission. Just remember that. All right, here you go. So all you gotta do, jack your motor up with the plate attached already, and just slide your engine stand onto the back of it, and then let everything back down. See how it sits. Make sure you're not doing any adjustments, but like I said, just remember this orientation. If you had the Pittsburgh engine stand, this is where everything needs to be. And like I said, your hardware, I'll list everything in the description about what size bolts and everything you need. But this is pretty much what you got, and that's what you're gonna have to have in order for it to stand upright. This motor has kind of a big forehead, so just have to allot for some of that for these adjustments. All right, guys, that's all she wrote. Motor nice and secure on your stand, and we're ready to get some work done. That's all I got for you today. I've been Magnus. Hope this was helpful. Hope you can take away from this and apply some of this and do your own engine removal. You can apply this knowledge to, you know, just about any kind of engine removal, especially doing it in the backyard like this without a shop. So, like I said, I've been Magnus. Hope you enjoyed it. Catch you next one. Peace.